Join us as we spend 3 wonderful days in Paris. After spending a few days in London, we caught the Eurostar high-speed train to Paris. Starting out at St. Pancras Station, we arrived a few hours early to get through passport control and then waited in a crowded lounge for our train to board. Once boarded, the journey is 305 miles and travels along at close to 300 kilometers per hour. For 31 miles of the journey, the train travels in a tunnel underneath the English Channel. 2 hours later, passengers are in Paris. We arrived at Gare du Nord, and this also happens to be Europe's busiest train station, serving over 300 million passengers per year. From there was a quick 10-minute metro ride to our hotel. We chose to stay at the Courtyard by Marriott Gare de Lyon. We also did a video on the hotel, which can be viewed here. We were placed on the 16th floor, and our room has some spectacular views of the city below. Once settled in, we crossed the city and arrived for our 9:30 p.m. tickets to ascend the Eiffel Tower. After waiting in line for 10 minutes or so, we boarded the elevator up to the 2nd level. Since we didn't go up the tower on our last visit, we made it a priority to go up on this trip, and to do it at night. Then at 10 p.m. the light show started and we were standing in the middle of it. Words cannot describe how magical the experience was. We started our journey down by taking the stairs instead of the elevator. Through these 700 steps you are right in the middle of the tower legs and get to see all the inner workings. The next morning we woke up early and tried one of our neighborhood's mini boulangeries. The amount of delicious fresh baked goods available on almost every street corner in Paris is astounding. Arriving at Hotel DeVille, which is the City Hall of Paris, it's obvious Paris is serious about being the host of next year's Olympic Games. It was also decorated with British flags honoring King Charles as his first state visit since being crowned was occurring while we were there. Notre Dame is a quick 5-minute walk away, and we admired the architecture from behind the construction walls. Hopefully someday we'll be back and be able to go inside and see this beautiful cathedral. Our visit to Notre Dame was cut short by an errant rainstorm, so we took shelter in the archaeological crypt which is below the Notre Dame Square. The crypt is Europe's largest, and the remains were discovered in 1965 when crews were excavating the area while planning a parking lot. The remnants are from the 4th century Gallo-Roman city of Lutetia, which occupied the area before Paris. In addition to the ancient city remains, visitors can also take in the story of Notre Dame and its changes throughout history, including when it was on the verge of being demolished before Victor Hugo renewed interest in saving it by writing The Hunchback of Notre Dame. We spent the next few hours strolling around the 6th arrondissement, exploring the neighborhood and tasting some delicious treats. While walking, we came across an interesting piece of American history. In 1783, the Hôtel de York was the site of the signing of the Treaty of Paris. It was this treaty that ended the Revolutionary War and Britain officially recognized the United States of America. Our next stop was Palais Royale, where we reviewed the Buren's column art installation. Plus they make a good spot to take silly photos. From there we walked over to Gallery Patrick Fortin, which happens to serve as a backdrop for Savoir, which is where one of our favorite TV characters works, Emily in Paris. A quick stop for a baguette sandwich and some sweet treats on the Rue de Rivoli, and we headed to the Tuileries for a typical Parisian picnic. While waiting for our time slot at the Louvre, we scoured the square for more clues from another one of our favorite movies filmed in Paris, The Da Vinci Code. We spotted quite a few of the markers that are referred to as the Rose Line, though we did not find the tomb of Mary Magdalene. While the Louvre has a reputation of being notoriously busy, we were comfortable as we took in some of the major attractions, including Venus de Milo, the Winged Victory of Samothrace, and of course, the Mona Lisa. A quick metro ride back to the hotel and a good night's sleep so we could get ready for day 3. We visited another boulangerie in our neighborhood, and this one has some beautiful looking pistachio and strawberry croissants, something I have never seen before. We hopped onto the toot bus and started sightseeing at the Trocadero, which featured 2 things common in French culture: protest and buskers. Our next stop was the Bir Hakeim Bridge, which is featured in both Inception and National Treasure Book of Secrets. A quick 15-minute walk along the island Ile Cygnes, and we approached Pont de Grenelle, which is home to the French Statue of Liberty, a gift from the US to France in 1889 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of the French Revolution. Another ode to the Statue of Liberty is the Flame of Liberty at Pont de Alma. This full-size replica of the torch that New York's Lady Liberty holds has become the unofficial memorial to Princess Diana. It was time for lunch now, and we made our way over to the Marais to take in another French pastime: people watching. We dined at traditional French foods such as a charcuterie board, croque monsieur, and a cheeseburger that would rival anything found in America. From there we went to Place de Vosges, which dates back to 1604 as Paris's oldest planned square. It also happens to be one of the city's most romantic spots. Famed author of Les Miserables and The Hunchback of Notre Dame, Victor Hugo, also had an apartment overlooking the square. Imagine waking up to this view every morning. As the afternoon was upon us, we decided to go back to the hotel and get ready for dinner. We decided to forego the taxi and walk instead, as it was a beautiful day. We strolled through Place de Bastille, where the Bastille prison once stood, and where the French Revolution started. The area is now a public square which features art shows and also has a skate park. We watched locals play pétanque, a game similar to bocce. And we ate at a local bistro, dining on more French dishes like oeufs mayonnaise and escargot, which was very good once you get past the idea of eating a snail. Day 4 started out with more pictures of food, but breakfast came with a view today as we dined across the street from Sacre Coeur in the Montmartre area. While some of us decided to walk the 270 steps up to the Basilica, I opted to take the vernacular so I could see the famous John Wick staircase. Once at the top of the hill, we were greeted by a man playing the accordion with his cat, and we recreated the same photo we did last year at the gardens behind the Basilica. We didn't spend a lot of time in Montmartre last year during our last visit, so we made sure to walk and enjoy the neighborhood more, including a few more Emily in Paris spots, though they were iconic before the show, including La Maison Rose, Rue de l'Abreuvoir, Place de Lida, and of course, the Moulin Rouge. Next up was Galeries Lafayette, where we had lunch and may have done a little shopping. Our final meal in Paris was at Feria Cafe in the third arrondissement. This cafe features some of the most fantastic Italian food we've ever had, including gorgonzola gnocchi and wood fire pizza. Truly a wonderful way to end our visit. Thank you for watching, and be sure to hit the like and subscribe button so you can be the first to see our future videos.